Hi, I'm David Vicknair with Scott Vicknair Injury Lawyers, and today we're going to talk about 5 things you should consider when hiring a personal injury lawyer. Number 1 is that lawyer's experience in personal injury law. There's a joke in legal circles in South Louisiana that every lawyer thinks they're a personal injury lawyer, that if a personal injury case walks in the door, they'd be willing to or want to handle it. That is not respectfully the lawyer that I think you want to handle your case. At my firm, all we do is manage personal injury cases. That allows us to focus and get experience in only that case type, which allows us to see more of the type of things that are going to pop up in a personal injury case than a practitioner who's doing divorce, custody, successions, and other types of cases, along with having some personal injury files here and there. Not saying that practitioner is not a great lawyer and that they wouldn't do a fine job on your case, but when you get a serious injury in a personal injury case or in a car wreck, or injured offshore, any of the types of things that would find you, unfortunately, in the office of a personal injury lawyer, you should seek out somebody who only does that area of law and focuses on it, because they're going to have the specific expertise that allows them to deliver the top quality representation that you deserve in that particular situation. It's no different than if you need to have your liver taken out and you go to the hospital. You're not going to want a general practitioner removing that. You're going to want a surgeon who removes livers on a regular basis so that your surgery is smooth. They've done that hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times, and if there is a complication in the surgery, they've probably seen that complication before. They're at least better equipped to handle it than somebody who has never performed a surgery of that type. And so that's the real benefit to having somebody who focuses only on personal injury law, is that they've seen different motions in the case. They've seen different arguments made. There's not much that surprises us anymore. We've handled thousands of personal injury cases, and we've seen various defense tactics and different things that either the insurance companies or our opposing counsel may do in a particular case. And that just by its nature of how much we've been doing of it and how long we have done it for allows us to give you better quality of representation. Number 2, their results. Everybody can say they're a great personal injury lawyer. I know that I am. I believe I am. And I think that my team is fantastic. I'm so proud of the lawyers and the talented lawyers that we have who work on our team. I watch them with my eyes every day when I come in here. They work their tails off for our clients. They pay attention to every detail. They are not perfect, and they do make some mistakes, but when they do, they are not the level of mistake that would injure any of our clients, and they immediately know how to correct course and fix it. They are some of the most skilled litigators that I've had the pleasure to work with, and I know that based on our result. Okay, it's not that we just believe it. We look at the settlements and the verdicts that we get at this firm, and they are not achieved without high quality legal representation, which is skilled lawyers who pay attention to every detail every day they come into the office. Some of them I have to take vacations. They work their butts off. And as a result of that, our clients don't just get good communication. They don't just get good file management. They don't just get good hospitality from our team, both in our lawyers and our case managers and the other departments at the firm, but they get the highest level of skilled litigators and pre-litigation attorneys who are going to maximize value for their case. So these cases can only be worth money because we can't go back and change the injuries that you suffered. And the distinction between $10,000 and $30,000 is a really good lawyer who pays really good attention to the file. The distinction between $20,000 and $75,000 is a really good lawyer who pays detailed attention to the file. And the distinction between $100,000 and $1 million is a lawyer who is really diligent and pays really good attention to your file. So the experience and results, you go look on our website and read all of our results, both in trial court verdicts and in settlements, they're there. There are multi-million-dollar verdicts and settlements. There's $10,000 verdicts and settlements. But the point is that we have maximized values for our clients across the board, and we have the results to prove it. There are other lawyers who do as well, but this is one thing you should think about is first, their experience. Second, what are the results that you can show me? Third, what is the team at the firm like, and what is their ability to manage my case? Is the business operated appropriately? So I do have a law practice. This is a law firm, but we are a business first. And I recognize that some lawyers don't think that way. We're both a profession in my mind and a business. If your lawyer is not thinking that way, you should be concerned, because a good business is one that is profitable and well run, is one that can also give you the top quality of representation. Because if the business is sound and it's not financially strapped, it will not be under financial constraints to make decisions on individual cases, which could not necessarily be aligned with the best interest in your case. Now, I don't mean to say that other lawyers do or don't do that, but it can happen. And I've seen it happen where a lawyer is under financial pressure in their business, and it may impact decisions that they make, even if they don't mean it to do it, even if they're not doing anything unethical. But you want a law firm that is a sound business and has good financial footing with a quality team. Okay, that's the key here. If the firm is a good business, it can afford to hire the best people in the departments of the firm, because it's not just lawyers and case managers. There's administration, there's marketing, and there's new client intake teams, as well as reception. There's different departments in law firms, and if the company is a good business, which is founded on core values, then it can deliver a higher level of legal service to you. I would ask about core values and what the team at their firm believes in. What are their values? We have 6 of them here. They're on the walls in our office. We talk about them every week. We talk about them every day. It's a foundation of everything that we do at our organization. And I think it's important because those values inform the decisions that we make in our cases and for our clients. And those values that we embody also inform how we advocate for, on a day-to-day basis, each of our individual clients. Fourth, I would ask about what others say. I would go online and look at their Google reviews, see what others have reviewed them as and what other people say about how the firm and the lawyer has treated them. I would look on their website to see what other customers have said on their website, but also I would go in the community and try to find other people who have worked with them, have knowledge of them, or are familiar with them, and tell you what kind of person they are, what is their value system, and what kind of lawyer are they, at least from that person's perception, whether they were a client, a vendor of the firm or the lawyer, or just know them casually, either professionally or in social situations. I think that's important because what we talk about a lot here is it's not what we say about ourselves, it's what others say about us. And what other people say about us, to me, is more important than what we say about ourselves. If we tell you we believe we're some of the best personal injury lawyers in Louisiana, trust me, we believe it. But I believe that if you talk to others, a lot of other people will say the same thing about our firm, as well as other firms that are good personal injury firms. So it's one of those things where you don't just want to take a single lawyer or somebody at that firm's word for it. You want to go and get validation and talk to others and see a little bit about that practice, that firm, and understand more about the people there and the way they would handle your case and treat you. Last and most importantly is trust. How do we make you feel? That's a big foundation of everything we do here at Scott Vicknair Injury Lawyers is hospitality and how we make other people feel. And so when you hire a lawyer, it's no different than hiring a doctor. It's somebody you have to trust implicitly. It's somebody you have to believe is going to always do the right thing as they see it, even when it's difficult and even when nobody's looking. And it's somebody in this relationship we call, it's a fancy word, fiduciary relationship. But all I am as a fiduciary to my clients and the other lawyers here as a fiduciary to our clients is somebody who owes a heightened duty of care and a heightened duty of obligation because you've trusted something very valuable to us. If you hire us for a personal injury case, this is probably one of the worst times of your life. And you're trusting not only that we manage your case appropriately and get you the best result possible, even though we can't promise you we're going to win or promise you a favorable result, we can promise you we're going to do everything in our hands to possible to fight for the win and get you the best result, whatever that may be in your particular case. But you're trusting us not only with that case, but if we ultimately do settle your matter or get a trial verdict, to manage your money appropriately, to not steal from you, to communicate openly and honestly, to show you your file, to be able to meet with you and answer your questions. These are all roles as a trusted fiduciary that are heightened, that we have to earn your trust and show you in our actions that you can trust us. And that's incredibly important, is how does that lawyer make you feel? Do they make you feel trustworthy? Do they make you feel that you can trust them? Do they make you feel that they're gonna always put your interests first? So those are the 5 things I would consider that you think about and look at when deciding if you're gonna hire a personal injury lawyer. Stay tuned if you stayed along this far and listened to all of that for our next video, which is going to talk about the top 5 things that may impact the value of your personal injury case. Hi, I'm David Vicknair with Scott Vicknair Injury Lawyers, and today we're going to talk about the 5 factors that affect the value of your personal injury claim. The first one is your injury